What's crack-a-lack? It's your boy Brosh Mode, just in case you did not know. So we're back again, once again, this time with a kind of different twist on a mock draft. This is a bit of a meme draft, but I try to keep it within the realm of, realism. I'm trying to make this as realistic as I could, but this is kind of a, oh, no, they would never do that. But would they? So, like I said, this is meant to be a bad mock draft. I mean, if you're not new to the channel, we've gone over other people's mock drafts that were just like objectively probably bad. We all remember Charles. So this is kind of what this is supposed to be. So I'm going to try to give some good reasoning behind these picks. But go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And just go ahead and just enjoy the ride. Because here we go. This is going to be one interesting mock draft. We're going to switch to this screen. The Jaguars with their first pick. We all know who the top quarterback on the board is, because there's no secret. They go on quarterback. We all know who the top quarterback is. Chalk it in right now. Chris Sims. He said it himself. They're going Zach Wilson. Good pick. Good pick right there, dude. The dude, hey, he's a great prospect. Don't get me wrong, man. He might have bigger upside than Trevor Lawrence himself. The thing that makes Trevor Lawrence so appealing is his floor is just so high. He's just such a safe prospect. He is that good of a quarterback prospect. But we're going with Zach Wilson. We're going for the upside. I don't care if Urban Meyer was checking out Trevor himself. We're going with Zach Wilson. Good pick. So you would think the Jets in this predicament, man. Trevor Lawrence, he failed us. We screwed up, and we still get Trevor Lawrence. Nah, dude. They believe in Sam Darnold. So what is the best thing for them to do? Let's try to acquire more picks. Let's trade out of this. Let's try to find some hungry team. Just some hungry team for a quarterback. Let's try to find that. And we did. You may be thinking the Eagles don't want a quarterback. They lied to you. They got everyone fooled. They're trying to find the perfect opportunity to trade up and get a quarterback. And they did. It all fell into place. They're up here at 2. They're getting their boy, Trevor Lawrence, the new quarterback of the future. I'm sure Eagles fans, you'd be happy with that. I don't care how much you like Jalen Hurts. This is Trevor Lawrence. You got T-Law. Good pick. Dolphins. It's kind of hard to trade out of the top 10. You don't see a lot of trades within the top 10 typically, especially the top 5. We didn't see any last year. So I don't think we're going to be able to see at least these next couple of teams trade out. So the Dolphins, where do they go? They need playmakers. Let's get some guys that Tua is familiar with. We're going Devontae Smith. I know Smith said, hey, man, Mac Jones is a better quarterback, man. He's just trying to get Mac Jones some clout. Tua, he already was in the first round. Now they're trying to butter up, I guess, Mac Jones. They're trying to be like, no. Tua's already got his. Time for Mac Jones to get his as well. So they're just buttering them up, man. I don't believe Smith thinks that Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Tua. So the Dolphins, they get a playmaker in Smith. Atlanta Falcons, I just kind of said that it's kind of hard to trade out of this pick. So I don't think I will. It would have been nice if we could, but in this scenario, we are not. So then what are they going to do, man? It would be nice to get a defensive player, but it's a bit early for a defensive player. So let's get Matt Ryan some weapons. They may have failed with Hayden Hurst, but luckily Kyle Pitts is in this draft. Good pick, Kyle Pitts. Look at that. He could play on the outside. He could play in the slot. He could play in line. He could do whatever you want, man. Arthur Smith's going to love the versatility of Kyle Pitts. Good pick. So it fell perfectly for the Bengals. This draft fell perfectly. They could get the tackle prospect they want, the number 1 guy probably on their board to help protect Joe Burrow, and that's Rashawn Slater, the number 1 tackle in this draft. There we go. Good pick, Bengals. There we go. We get some protection. He could play guard. We just spent our 5th overall pick on a potential guard. Elite, though. He's elite. It's not like he's never played guard before, throughout his collegiate career. It's not like he's only played right and left tackle. Now the Jets. We're not going to trade down again. We're going to go ahead and make our pick. And, if we're going to stick with Sam Darnold, well, I know that they're going to want to surround him, well, just with better players. And nothing helps a quarterback better than a good defense. We're going Caleb Farley. He's a perfect fit for Robert Saleh, however the heck you want to say it's defense. He is a perfect fit. Good pick. We got Caleb Farley. He's got that beautiful upside. This guy has the traits to be an elite shutdown corner. He is a top 10 worthy, just like CJ Henderson was. Get you. We got you. We got you, Sam Darnold. We're bringing some help in. Detroit Lions, you know what? They decided not to tag, resign Kenny Golladay. Jamar Chase is here. Why not, right? Let's get a nice big target for Jared Goff. I like this pick. This is actually a good pick. I like this a lot. Very well. So, the Carolina Panthers, you may be thinking, oh, man, this is beautiful. Quarterbacks just kind of fell into their lap. They get their pick of the gander. And I bet you Matt Rule's sitting there like, man, I already know the guy that I like for this pick. Didn't even have to trade up for him. Top guy on my list. And number 3 on Chris Sims. We're going with Mac Jones. He coached Mac Jones at the Senior Bowl. Panthers fans, I know you're in love. Beautiful pick. Great pick. Great pick. Carolina Panthers, you got quarterback of the future right here. I mean, he's got similar arm talent, well, at least strength, to Joe Burrow. This is perfect for Joe Brady. This is exactly the type of quarterback you want to be coaching. All right, the Denver Broncos. I figure if there's going to be a trade down, it's going to be here. Maybe they don't like any of the quarterbacks on the board. Maybe they're satisfied with Drew Lock. They're like, we'll give you one more year. So they decide to trade down. I think this would be a great spot because it sounds like a certain Washington team is in love with the quarterback position. Hold up. There we go. Is in love with the quarterback position. So what are we going to do? We're going to get them a quarterback. They're going to get Trey Lance. They were at Trey Lance's pro day. So they get their quarterback in Trey Lance. Fabulous. He looked money. It's not like quarterbacks are supposed to look good at their pro days. He did, though. He did. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And let me just close these extra tabs. So, the Dallas Cowboys, man. Oh, this is a tough one. But we're going to look to the future. We're going to look at a guy that could potentially play guard right now and eventually be our star left tackle in the future. Penei Sewell, he's a top 10 talent. Maybe even a top 5 talent. He does not fall any further. I know the Cowboys, they love drafting value. It's not like they didn't need CeeDee Lamb last year, so they're doing it again. We got Sewell. The New York Giants, man, Joe Judge. I firmly believe Joe Judge is going to go out there. He's going to get himself a nice, big, deep threat. But I think he's going to go with Kenny Golladay, which allows him to go defense with this pick. He's going to love the versatility of Micah Parsons. Good pick there, Giants. All right, for this one, I really had to get in the head of San Francisco. That whole organization. How would they do? If Jimmy G's really their guy, we don't need to go quarterback. I don't care if Fields is the number 4 player on my board. We don't need to go quarterback. Let's help the secondary out. And nothing helps the secondary out like pass rush from the defense. We're going to go Christian Barmore. They love their defensive linemen. They draft defensive linemen like it's nobody's business. We had Forrest Buckner. We had Eric Armstead. We had Nick Bosa. We have Javon Kinlaw. They just can't get enough. They love depth on the line. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to bring back some corners, but those corners will have the assistance of a mean pass rush. Christian Barmore, best interior pass rush. Good pick. I'm loving it though thus far. So the Chargers, they could be thinking, man, we could go offensive line here. I'm pretty sure they'll probably pursue that pretty hard through free agency. So I think we could go maybe elsewhere with this pick. How about we address that defense? That defense has a few holes, especially switching to a new scheme. Well, let's grab someone that can help immediately, and that's Patrick Surtain II. Oh, I got a little gassy on that pick. That's a good pick. He fits this scheme immediately. I love it. Good job, Chargers. Whew. See, I'm so gassy. I know I'm full of BS. I'm full of crap. All right, so the Minnesota Vikings, they need help along, the trenches, whether it's the defensive line or the offensive line. And they did recently release Riley Reef. So we could get a tackle, or we could get a little versatility. We get a guy that played left tackle, but probably projects better at guard. But at least that versatility we have, it's phenomenal. We're going to go Elijah Vera Tucker. Good pick. He gave up one of the fewest pass, or what? Only a 1.9% pressure rate in 2019. There we go. I was about to say 1919. Whoo! In 2019, did it at left tackle. He was phenomenal. We forget about that Oregon game. Just ignore that. But he was phenomenal for the rest of the season. I like it. The New England Patriots. They already sold out to Cam Newton. So let's get him some weapons. Let's get him a Jalen Waddle. He fell here. Perfect, dude. Nice vertical threat. He could win underneath. So whatever Cam Newton needs, he's got with Jalen Waddle. So the Arizona Cardinals, man, something they've kind of addressed a little bit of their defense during free agency with J.J. Watt. Maybe they'll be able to do a little bit more. So maybe we could use this to make the offense better. Perhaps. Maybe we can't. Because that offense, they really couldn't stretch the field vertically. And you know what will really help stretch the field vertically? The best running back in this class. We're going to get Najee Harris. He's got that receiving upside. He's the best running back in the class for some people. Maybe not me. But now you got your workhorse. He could bang it through the trenches, or he could come off a wheel route and just make a freaking highlight reel catch. Oh, they're going to love it. Cliff Kingsbury, you're going to be able to keep that job. No hot seat for you this year, buddy. All right, the Las Vegas Raiders. This was dangerous. I had to get at the mind of Mike Mayock, and he's going to draft a good player, but that man's got to have incredible character. He's got to be a football player. Now, they may have invested a bit at linebacker through free agency a year ago, but it doesn't mean we don't have to strike there again. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get a linebacker. We're going to get Nick Bolton because he's one heck of a football player. There we go. Now, linebacker should be solved forever. Mike Mayock, you genius, you. The Miami Dolphins. So with this, we could have gone a variety of different ways. Linebacker could have been one. I mean, Zaven Collins, if he's really maybe a Kyle Van Noy type of player, he would have been nice here. But let's grab more pass rush. We're gonna swing. We're gonna take a chance. We're gonna take a chance here. And you may be thinking I'm talking about Greg Russo. You're thinking of the wrong Miami Hurricane pass rusher. We're going with Jaelan Phillips. I'm not too worried about the medical, and I think he would be a huge contributor. There we go. To the pass rush on this defense. Jaelan Phillips, that's a good pick. It could really be a good pick, Hopefully everything checks out medically with him. So this just aligns perfect. The Denver Broncos, the corner that they wanted is still on the board. He fits the scheme darn near perfectly. We're going to go with Denver's top corner on the board. We're going to go Greg Newsome. He just fits the scheme. He is a good off coverage, off ball. Well, I guess off coverage, off ball. It's the same thing. But he's great. He primarily played in a zone scheme there in Northwestern. He is ideal for Vic Fangio and this defense. Good pick. Now, I really wanted to continue to try to meme a little bit with this. But again, but try to be realistic as well. Because I could see a lot of this actually happening. It's the NFL draft. We've seen crazy things. But I can't imagine if Justin Fields is on the board here that the Bears don't pick him up. They need quarterback. They need quarterback bad. I don't think they're going to be able to get Watson. I don't think they're going to be able to get Wilson. So we're going to get Justin Fields. This is actually a really good pick, Bears. Good job, man. Good job. Y'all held on in there. I don't know if the Colts, if they're gonna be able to bring in someone to come play left tackle, or if there's any truth behind Quentin Nelson moving to left tackle. But Christian Darrisaw is on the board. He's actually a really good scheme fit for the Colts, so it's hard to pass him up here. So we're gonna go with Christian Darrisaw. Good pick. Now, the Tennessee Titans, they may have failed with Jadeveon Clowney. Doesn't mean we can't grab a player with a similar physical upside. We're going Gregory Rousseau. That's right, baby. We haven't seen him in a year, but I bet you he's developed much better than the 2019 year where he couldn't really bend the edge. But boy, he got pressure from the interior. And I'm sure that Titans fans will love that. He's a good prospect, man. I'm just screwing around. He's a really good prospect. Anyway, the New York Jets, man. And you know what I'm hearing from New York? What helps the quarterback? What helps your quarterback succeed. That's good defense. We're going Kwity Paye. We're going to get that pass rush. Just like the Niners, they like to have their defensive line just loaded. We're going to start loading up on that defensive line. Kwity Paye, Caleb Farley, that's going to be a top 10 defense. Maybe in a year or two, but it's going to be that way. Good pick, good pick. And now we can maybe address some weapons for Sam Darnold. Who would have thought? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Tevin Jenkins is a good pick here, I think. But let's be honest, Steelers fans, you want to run it back. Travis Etienne, he sees himself in Pittsburgh. He's coming to Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne, lightning in a bottle himself. He's coming to Pittsburgh. Good pick, Pittsburgh. We got 2 running backs in the first round. I'm not gonna go Maurice Drew-Jones on everybody though. We ain't going for 3. We ain't going for the trifecta. These are the only 2 running backs in the first round. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, what are we gonna do? We have now Zach Wilson, our franchise quarterback. What can we do? We should probably, just grab them more playmakers. I like the idea of adding playmakers. And we're going to go with the current top tight end on the board here, Pat Freiermuth. I mean, it ain't Tyler Eifert. He's gone. James O'Shaughnessy, maybe they bring him back. This is the other cat, Josh Oliver. He's hurt all the time. I haven't seen him play. Let's grab a tight end. Let's grab a guy we know is reliable. I like Freiermuth a lot, so maybe this is the pick here. And now, bam, that offense with Cam Robinson on the franchise tag because he's a top 5 tackle in the league. You got an elite offense. Excuse me, something in my throat. Ugh. Real talk. How do they give him that franchise tag? You'd think if he were to, break out, it would have already happened, but oh well. What are we gonna do here with the Browns, man? You know what? That secondary had its problems last year. They could go linebacker. Linebacker's a little weak. They could add to the defensive line, but nah, dude. I think they go with a guy like J.C. Horn to really contest Greedy Williams, who was hurt last year, admittedly, and maybe they bring back Terrence Mitchell. Then your secondary, phenomenal. You're gonna be able. Teams like the Ravens and the Steelers won't be able to pass on you at all because they like to pass the ball, right? All right. Speaking of the Baltimore Ravens, they decided it was a good idea not to franchise tag any of their pass rushers. So we're going to go ahead, get actually one of my favorite pass rushers in the draft, Azeez Ojulari, because you know what? Good comp for him is Yannick Ngakoue. So good pick. I like this. This is looking good. All right, man. If we're being honest here at the 28, what is Sean Payton like? He likes guys he could really scheme. He likes playmakers he could scheme around. I think Elijah Moore, he is just chopping at the bit for a guy like Elijah Moore who could do it underneath. He could stretch the field vertically. Elijah Moore, he is sneakily one of the best slot receivers in this class. Could he play on the outside? He has. I mean, not a lot, but he's shown that he can do it. So you can do a variety of different things with him. Elijah Moore, phenomenal pick. Good job. Sean Payton got a weapon for whoever the heck's going to be his quarterback next year. All right, the Green Bay Packers, man. Oh, we could just go with whoever's the top guy on their board. Actually, let's go with one of the tackles I'm exceptionally high on in this draft. We're going to get them a mauler because they got A.J. Dillon in town now. So that offensive line better be physical. We're going to grab Jalen Mayfield. The dude is a mauler. He is a run blocker. He is strong. He is powerful. I don't care if his hand placement could use a little bit of work. It'll come in time. He'll start at the right side anyway. I like this pick. It's a good pick. So, what did the Bills learn facing the Chiefs? What did they learn? They probably looked at the other side and was like, man, we can't stop them, man. Defensively, we can't stop them. Yeah. See? My dog even knows. It's like, my dog's acting like Sean McDermott. It's like, man, we can't stop them. What would really... if you can't stop them, if you can't beat them, join them. With all those playmakers, I mean, Josh Allen, he's already a top 5 quarterback. Basically MVP at this point. Let's get him more playmakers. Let's grab a guy like Rondale flipping Moore around the line of scrimmage. who is just an after-the-catch nightmare. He may not be Tyreek Hill, but he's certainly better than McCole Hardman. And look what McCole Hardman did to us. Heck yeah. Rondale Moore. I actually kind of like this pick low-key, though. I kind of like this pick. I kind of like them going this direction. But just don't tell anybody. All right, Kansas City Chiefs, man. Let's be honest. They need to help protect Patrick Mahomes. It's just how things need to be. Patrick Mahomes, he's great, but he needs a little time to throw. Lucas Niang, a lot of people, like, they're high on him. I know he opted out of it last year, but he's probably going to be their starting right tackle at this point. So let's get someone that can maybe start out the gates. Probably one of the, like, a guy who's French first rounder, might even be a guaranteed first rounder at this point at tackle after his pro day. He is exceptionally athletic. He is Samuel Cosmi. Welcome to the Chiefs, Samuel Cosmi. There you go. You got your starting tackles right there in Niang and Cosmi. Awesome last names, too. All right. So the Buccaneers, man, they get Brady for another year, dude. They extended him. He's going to be playing until he's like 50. It's wild. He loves Tampa, man. He's going to stay there forever. But I don't think they necessarily keep this pick. I don't think they necessarily do it. I think they could trade out. Let's get more picks. Why not? Let's just bring in more young talent that we won't have to pay a lot, at least off the bat. So then who makes sense to trade in for this pick? Who? I think the Las Vegas Raiders. They're used to having multiple picks, at least as of recently. So they're like, man, what is this? We don't have anything. We don't have more than more than one pick in the first round. This isn't right. We're trading up because Mike Mayock, he sees a guy he likes, a guy that might last till the third round, but not on Maurice Drew-Jones' board. And if Mike Mayock's looking at his board, he's looking like, we got a steal here. We're gonna help the secondary. This guy, he's going to be like a LaMarcus Joyner. Yeah, he could play deep safety, but screw that. I don't care if he's really good at that. We could use him in the slot and then just release him later. I don't know why they didn't play Joyner back at free. It makes no sense to me. But maybe they won't make the same mistake with this guy. I went with Javon Holland. Javon Holland, welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders. Beautiful draft. But in all realistically, I think this draft isn't too far-fetched. I know a lot of this is just joking around, and by no means would I make these picks, and this isn't predictive by any means, but this is like something I could see happening in the draft. I don't know about Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence. I don't know about that, but I could definitely see the Eagles trading up if they like Zach Wilson. I know Eagles fans will hate that. They want to give Jalen Hurts a shot, but we're memeing, so get over it. But I could see the Dolphins liking Smith better than Chase. Kyle Pitts, like, he's a real wild card. I think he could go as early as 4. And then he's been projected to go as late as 15. It's wild. It's really hard to project where he may go. Free agency, please help us out. Try to help us narrow it down. Some people are really higher on Slater over Sewell. Like, so this could be realistic. I mean, I'm not, but could. Caleb Farley, he is, like, I bet you after his pro day, he's going to be viewed to have, like, that top 10, like, those top 10 traits that, like, the top 10 traits of a corner, I guess? Top 10 corner traits, there we go. Like, elite, like, the dude athletically phenomenal. He's got great length. He's got these shutdown corner traits. I could see him going in the top 10. Like, realistically, I can see that happening. So, like, for the Jets, if they do trade down, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Detroit Lions totally should happen. Mac Jones, Carolina Panther fans, I'm really just trying to, like, I don't think y'all should do this. I can see it happening. I've already mocked this a few times to y'all. Some of y'all like it. Mac Jones, he's not a bad quarterback prospect. It's just, for me, I don't know if he's top 10. But honestly, I'm just trying to get y'all Panthers fans used to this reality of this may happen. Washington, it does seem they're very interested in Lance. At least, again, this is the rumor mill, so take it with a grain of salt. Sewell, I don't see anyone, like, if Sewell makes it past 5, it'll be crazy. Like, I could see really any team picking him up, even the Panthers. Micah Parsons, Joe Judge, really, who knows? Christian Barmore, I mean, this might be a little outlandish for the 49ers, but I forgot where I heard this suggested. I think it was as a joke. But I was like, gosh, dude, I could tell me you can't see this potentially happening. I doubt it will, but ooh. Patrick Surtain actually might be a good fit for the Chargers. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Some people are really, really high on Elijah Vera Tucker. So this isn't really out of his range. Jalen Waddle, Najee Harris. I don't know why Cardinals fans think they need a running back so bad that they're like, oh, we should take one like in the second or early on. And people are really high on Najee. I'm not one of those running back value guys. Nick Bolton has been talked about as a Mike Mayock guy, so I was like, this has to be the pick here. But I'll have them trade back in the first round to get that Damon Arnett type of draft pick. Where Javon Holland, I see him kind of as a second or third rounder. But apparently people see him as a first, which is fine. He was considered once as the top safety in this class. So Jalen Phillips is actually a good pick for the Dolphins. Could see that happening. I can see Greg Newsome after he's getting a lot of hype right now, and he's actually a really good fit for the Broncos. Justin Fields, I don't think he makes it past 20. Darius Saw's a good scheme fit for the Colts. Rousseau, dude's got some real upside. Keep in mind, he was just a freshman just in 2019. So, yes, he is developmental at this point, but I mean, gosh, it's a lot of upside. Kwity Paye, I don't if the it makes sense. The Jets may double dip on defense if they decide to trade down and keep with Darnold. Especially in a draft that's just stacked at the receiver position. They're like, yeah, and the tackle position is like, oh, we could go in the second round and grab a tackle and a receiver, or an interior lineman and a receiver, or we could double dip at receiver. We could do a variety of different things in the second round, just because those the offensive line and the wide receiver class is just so deep that they could just go defense for the first round. Pat Freiermuth, I've seen his name thrown around in the first round. I wouldn't do it. I think he's better as an early to mid second. But I really wouldn't mind him if he was here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Travis Etienne, he just recently said that I could see myself being a Steeler. So that's probably why I made this pick. J.C. Horn, he just actually, I think secretly he's kind of a good fit for the Browns. No lie, though. Azeez Ojulari, this is really just me shooting my shot after they decided not to franchise tag Yannick. I was like, he's literally, I think that's a good comp for him is Yannick Ngakoue. Elijah Moore, this one's going to be either Elijah Moore or Kadarius Toney for the Saints. I already kind of knew that. Jalen Mayfield, I had to fit Jalen Mayfield somewhere in here. If y'all ain't familiar, or if you're familiar with the channel, you know Jalen Mayfield. I had to fit him in here if I was gonna meme. Rondale Moore, realistically, low key, watch out, Bills fans. Even if they trade down just a little bit, I think they could go Rondale Moore. Cosme, honestly, I could see him sneaking into the second round. And like I said, Javon Holland, he's kind of like the Damon Arnett pick here, but a lot better. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Whether if you enjoyed it or if you're like, I absolutely hate this type of crap, I don't really care. I had a good time. Hopefully you did too. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.